Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to work with reports in Lula Build. Okay, so I'm inside of a project, inside of my resources scene, and in Lula Build you've got the option to switch on additional columns and to filter the data set that you're seeing in front of you. So let's say for example we're interested in seeing how many roofing materials we need in this project. Then we can firstly open up the filter tab, and I've already set up a tag for myself called roofing materials. So I can switch that on, and if we want to see the number of roofing materials we need, we can open up our columns tab and we can switch over to our measurement columns, and here I can switch on the quantity of the roofing materials that I need. So it might be that I want to send this off to suppliers, so I also don't want them to see my effective allowable. So we can switch that column off. Right, so now we've crafted out a view that we like, and we might want to store this view for quick reference in the future. So we don't always want to have to go through the effort of filtering out the data that we're interested in, switching on the applicable columns before we can print out this report. So in Lula Build, you can save any sort of view on a data set by opening up the reports tab. And as you can see, a standard project comes pre-populated with a bunch of reports. But if you want to save a specific view, you can just simply click the Save As button and we can give it a name. So let's just call this Roofing Procurement. Right, and we can save it. Okay, so now we have saved it as a report for quick reference. So if I close the resources scene and I open it up again, you'll see it automatically loads the default report of the scene. So the default report is the one with the star next to it. But if I do want to switch over to my roofing procurement report, I can simply click on it and automatically it'll load that view for us. All right, so you can set another report as the default report if you don't want the standard report to open up by default, and you can simply do that by clicking on the kebab menu next to a report and selecting the option Set Default, and then the star will move next to that report and that will then be your default report. Okay, so this workflow is used throughout in any of the scenes. So all of our scenes, for example the bill of quantities, will have the same workflow where you can filter out certain data sets, switch certain columns on and off, and then save them as a report. So that is the standard workflow used throughout in Lula Build. And if you want to print out a report, our reporting is what you see is what you get. So if you click the print button, it will print the data set in front of you. So I'm going to click the print button. And here you've got an option to customize this report a bit. So if you want to, you can add a custom heading to the report. You can change the layout from landscape to portrait, for example, if you want to change the page size. And there's a few content specific settings where you can show totals and group resources, and this is typically report specific. So just have a look at what's available when you do want to print out a report. And then we can choose the file type that it must be downloaded as. So we can either print a PDF or Excel or CSV. So you've got quite a few options. So in this case, I'm just going to leave it as PDF, download. That then builds a report and it takes a second or two to download. And if you open it up, you can see that we now have that data set that we were seeing in front of us automatically printed out to a PDF report for us. So as you can see, Lula Build's reporting is very flexible. So you can define your own reports that is specific to your company or your project for quick access, and you can import these reports between different projects as well, so you can reuse your reports from one project to the next. All right, that's all for today, and thanks for joining us.